What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I know what you all are thinking, part 2, but there isn't a part 1 on this channel. So where's the first part? Well, that would be over on DragonStar Productions channel. You see, this is a collaborative series him and I came up with, and it's a pleasure to work with him. If you guys haven't seen part 1, well, first off, what are you doing here? Go watch it, you're not going to understand what's happening. Click the link above to check it out. With all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. We last left off with the defeat of both the androids and the Saiyans. Vegeta is crippled on the ground thanks to Goku and Roshi's teamwork, and Krillin actually found a very badly damaged 16 not too far away. Krillin asks if he should destroy it, and Goku can't say for sure, but the look of this android reminds him of Ader from back in the day. Maybe they don't have to kill this android either, and they can bring it to Bulma, and she can reprogram him to be good. A super powerful android on their side that could help out against Vegeta? Yes please. Everybody seems to agree to this. Since nobody is really hurt, the only one to go to the hospital is Vegeta, and Goku refuses to give him any senzu beans due to him potentially getting stronger and attacking everyone again. 16 is taken to Bulma and Dr. Briefs to be repaired, and it takes a bit of tinkering, but for the most part, 16 is already a pretty good person, and he was just forced to follow orders from Jiro. 16 is completely repaired, and the Z-Fighters will gather around to witness his awakening. 16's eyes land on Goku, and he walks over to him with a serious look on his face. Goku can't sense the android's energy or his intentions, so he gets into a fighting stance. 16 stares at Goku and apologizes for his father's actions. He wanted revenge, but unfortunately, 16 was built to kill Goku. He isn't going to, however, as thanks to Bulma, he can now see the error of Jiro's ways, and killing isn't exactly going to accomplish anything. Goku knew that his gut feeling was right, and he's glad to have another android friend. Goku immediately leaves and returns pretty fast with his friend Ader to introduce to 16. Ader is glad to be another one of Jiro's good androids, and the two begin to have a conversation about their father and how much better they are without him. While the androids are talking, Goku goes to visit Vegeta in the hospital and asks him what exactly was the reason he came to Earth. Vegeta refuses to talk and is just being difficult, and Goku sighs. There are other ways to understand what's happening, however, and Goku places his hand on Vegeta's head and reads his mind. Goku sees all of Vegeta's memories, and all of the struggles he had to go through as Frieza. Goku can sense that Vegeta deep down really didn't want to destroy the Earth, and he only arrived here to wish for immortality, so that he could finally have a chance against Frieza and end his reign of terror once and for all. Goku takes his hand off of Vegeta's head, and says that wishing for immortality most likely isn't going to work against somebody like Frieza. Sure, he won't be able to die, but he's not going to get any stronger, and will most likely be killed dozens of times by Frieza. The only way to defeat the tyrant would be by getting stronger with training. Goku is excited for a fight, and tells Vegeta he'd be happy to train them to fight against Frieza. Vegeta is extremely tempted to spit right in Goku's face, but he knows that Goku is right, and he's still no match for Frieza in his current state. Training does seem to be the best option, and if he can train with Goku and maybe learn the Kaioken ability he had, there's a good chance he'd be able to defeat him. Vegeta reluctantly agrees to train with Goku, and he is given a senzu bean, getting a Zenkai in the process, and reaching a power level of 24,000. Another suggestion Goku gave to Dr. Briefs, besides Android 16, was to create a gravity room, since gravity seemed to help him and Roshi over on King Kai's planet. Dr. Briefs managed to create one in no time, allowing Goku and Vegeta to start training together in the chamber. While Goku was training, Roshi wanted to know who exactly was the guy who killed him, since he seemingly just came out of nowhere. He thought that Goku completely destroyed the Red Ribbon Army years ago, so where did this Jiro guy come from then? Luckily, 16's memories weren't completely gone, so he tells Roshi that he'll take him to Jiro's lab to check it out. Mainly because there are more androids there as well. Hearing that there are more androids freaks everybody out, but Gohan says it really shouldn't be that big a deal, as if Bulma is able to reprogram 16, then she should also be able to reprogram the other androids. Bulma tells the others that she can totally do that, as apparently there's a tyrannical space dictator out there, and they may need all the help they can get. The Z-Fighters follow 16 over to Jiro's lab, and come across two more androids, 17 and 18. Tien is disgusted since he can tell that these two androids are originally human and were forced to be transformed into androids. The reason why Tien notices is because 17 and 18 aren't quite completed yet. Remember, this is years before 17 and 18 were originally supposed to be released, so they're slightly younger and not quite finished. If they try to take these two to Capsule Corp now, the two will surely die on the way there. Gohan returned to Capsule Corp and picked up Bulma to show her the two, and ask her if she can do anything to help him out. Bulma takes a look at them, and they are far from completion, but if Jiro can do it, so can she. She's going to try her hardest to fix them up, reprogram, and finish them. It's going to take quite a bit though. Since there is basically nothing else to do now, Piccolo takes Gohan over to the gravity chamber Goku and Vegeta are currently in, and he asks if these two can have a turn. Goku is obviously willing to have these two join in, but they've gotten pretty high gravity going on in the chamber, and he's afraid that the two will just slow down his training with Vegeta right now, so they should use another gravity chamber that was created. Piccolo is obviously displeased with not being able to train with Goku, but he is glad he gets to finish his training with Gohan, in an even rougher condition, which will increase his battle power significantly. The two begin their training in a gravity chamber as well, starting off at 10 times Earth gravity, and increasing as the days go by. After around 4 months, the 4 fighters have increased their strength by leaps and bounds. Goku has managed to increase his power level far more than he did in canon, since he had a lot harder training in this scenario than in canon. For starters, it's been 4 months instead of just 6 days, and he also has a stronger training partner in Vegeta. Vegeta didn't manage to learn the Kaioken, but he did increase his own battle power tremendously. Goku at this point would be around 500,000 in terms of his base power, and this isn't even factoring into Kaioken. Goku did manage to increase his Kaioken usage to around times 10, and if it was an extremely dire circumstance, he could push it to times 20, but it may completely destroy his body. With times 10, Goku can increase his power to a whopping 5 million, and increase it even more so to 10 million with times 20. Vegeta managed to increase his base considerably as well, and since he was stronger than Goku was originally when they started their training, I'll say that his base is stronger than Goku's at around 600,000. Meanwhile, Piccolo and Gohan haven't been slouching around for these 4 months either, as both have grown in strength pretty high as well. Piccolo was able to increase his battle power to around 200,000, while Gohan was able to get it to around 70,000. Sure, they're not as strong as the two Saiyans, but hey, they went from low 3,000s to nearing the 100,000s in just 4 months, which is super impressive. While they were all training, they sent a monumental key signature arriving to the planet, with a lot more behind it. Vegeta automatically knows who this is. It's Frieza. Now I bet you guys are asking, wait, Frieza? What's he doing on Earth instead of Namek? Well, remember, in this scenario, Vegeta and Nappa never had a discussion on Piccolo's race, due to them being forced on fighting the androids. Thus, Frieza never heard of Namek, and didn't arrive there to get their set of Dragon Balls. He knew that there were Dragon Balls on Earth, however, and since he heard on the Scouters Vegeta and Nappa basically be killed, he believed he'd still have a chance of gathering all the balls up, and wishing for immortality himself. He knew that there were dangerous creations on Earth, however, so he decided to bring all of his troops together to invade the Earth. They were ready though. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo all fight off waves of Frieza's soldiers. Of course, the Ginyu Force rushed in too, holding back the fighters from the smaller threats. They didn't have to worry too much, however, as Android 16 and Eighter came in and launched a combined Hell's Flash right at the soldiers, reducing them to ash in seconds. Goku thanks the two for the help, as he and the others face off against the Ginyu Force. Frieza heard about these androids through the Scouter, and seeing them be able to eradicate all of his forces instantly interests the Tyrant, and he flies down to face the two. Android 16 has gotten many upgrades from Bulma over these months, and she's found newer technology to upgrade them with, which has increased his power a lot. The same with Eighter, who isn't a fighter, but is still insanely powerful. 16 is at around 400,000, with Eighter being slightly weaker at 350,000, due to him being a lower model. Of course, the two are both weaker than Frieza's 530,000 power level, but the two working together are enough to push Frieza back. With a rocket punch to the face, Frieza goes flying and is understandably pretty pissed that he's actually being beaten up by a couple of junk robots from Earth. Frieza then transforms into his second form and rushes the two androids. Luckily, Goku managed to rush in with the Kaioken and save the two. Goku beats down on Frieza, not really seeing what Vegeta was concerned about, as Frieza is actually pretty weak. Vegeta doesn't see it that way, as he had no idea that Frieza could transform. Goku beats down on him, and Frieza tries to transform into his third form, eventually managing to do so, but a much weaker version since he was getting beat down while transforming. Goku asks Frieza if this is really all he has, and he's actually very disappointed. Frieza screams at the monkey that now he's really done it, and he transforms into 100% full power. Goku didn't expect Frieza to get this strong this fast. With a couple of blows, he's sent flying down to the ground, beaten badly. The others rush in to help against Frieza, but they are no match and are tossed aside as well. Frieza laughs at the Saiyan, saying that they had no chance against him from the start, and mocks Goku for being so stupid and allowing him to transform. Frieza sticks out his finger at Goku, and fires off a death beam towards the Saiyan, except it doesn't hit Goku. Eighter managed to rush in and push Goku out of the way, with him getting hit with the blast instead. Eighter has a gigantic hole in his chest, and is slowly fading. Goku runs up to Eighter, and asks why he did it, but all Eighter asks is if Goku's okay. Goku cries as Eighter says that he's glad Goku's okay, and the light fades from his eyes as he passes on. Goku cries as one of his oldest friends just sacrificed himself for him. Goku stops crying and screams out for his fallen friend, and his hair rises up and turns gold. Goku has transformed into a Super Saiyan. Goku glares daggers at Frieza, saying he's really done it now, and rushes him. Frieza wasn't expecting this to happen, and he's beaten around by Goku's pure rage for a little bit. Unfortunately, as powerful as Goku has become, he still isn't on Frieza's level, as his power level has only grown to 30 million, while Frieza's at 120 million. Sure, his power is dropping fast, but not fast enough as Goku begins to lose ground. All hope isn't lost though. Two figures rush in and punch Frieza to the ground. Goku asks who these two are, and they reply 17 and 18. That's right, Bulma has finally managed to complete the androids, and they're ready to fight. The two androids apologize for taking so long, and tell Goku that they're here to help him out and get this bastard off the planet. Frieza rushes back up, even more annoyed now at how these two teenagers actually managed to deal so much damage with just one blow. He doesn't have too long to be pissed though, as Goku and the androids start completely bodying Frieza. Frieza has no chances to fight back whatsoever, as all of his opponents are completely destroying him. Frieza is crippled on the ground, and Goku rushes up to him and tells him that Ada is his friend, and Frieza took him away. He'll never let him do that again. Never. Goku fires off a Kamehameha at point-blank range, obliterating the tyrant completely. The threat of Frieza is stopped right there, and Goku reverts back to his base form and tells the two new androids thanks, as if it wasn't for them, there was no way he was going to win that fight. Meanwhile, in the shadows, a creature has appeared in Ginger Town, beginning his feast to accomplish his one true goal, perfection. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this part of mine and DragonStar Productions collab. If you haven't already, make sure to go subscribe to his channel, as he makes very snazzy what-ifs over there. Anyways, until we meet again you guys, see you later!